Hey yo, this is another episode of the Steven from the Old Time Podcast. Listen to my dad, he's awesome.
Malenko, did you look around?
I did.
It's different than the Zoom tonight.
Jesus. It's my dream come true, I think. Fuck.
Well, you're paying for it.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do it.
Let's start it.
Welcome to a new episode of Steven from the All Time Podcast. I am your host, the Ayatollah of hip hop, the whole damn show, a visionary and a revolutionary. With my co-host.
Oh shit, we have sound bites and everything in this motherfucker. This is gonna be fun. I'm usually the editor and co-host, but now the editor get X out. I'm just the co-host tonight, man. We have good company.
Malenko, this is the year of the duo reunions. We had Clips back, we had Mobb Deep, we had Liam and Noel Gallagher, and then we got the tag team champions, the Hardy Boys. We had the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, the Brothers of Destruction, and then on the hip hop side, Pro Dillinger and Future Wave, Blue Azul and Spanish Ran, Mickey Diamond and Big Ghost, Ransom and Nicholas Craven, and then our special guests this evening, live in studio, Montreal's own, off their new album, The Pryce You Pay, and Everybody's Got a Price. Slik Jack and Vincent Pryce are here. Salute, boys.
Boy.
So you're just gonna do all the sound bites all evening.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
I love it. I love
He
it.
doesn't fuck around. He knows the sounds, you know?
He's the
That's why we're here
technician.
to talk, right?
He's the technician.
The OG name.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Boys, the album is out. How are you guys feeling about the album being out?
Good.
Yeah?
Good, yeah. Yeah, we worked hard on this one. Came together nicely, you know. We had we worked on it for, you know, a few months, going back and forth, and
Part two was a little bit
yeah.
more of an effort than how the flow of part one, where everyone's got a price, just was a click of finger. And the other one was, because I think we had more of a hill that we wanted to, you know, get over this time around, because we set the, you know, the bar so high that we wanted to match that or go above, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. We didn't want to just put something out to put something out, just to be like, oh, let's, you know, put out content or whatever, you know. So yeah, it was a bit more, you know, thoughtful, you know, and we didn't want to also to like just repeat what we did the last time. So it's not exactly like a, I'd say it's more of like a spiritual successor than an actual like, oh, a part two or whatever, you know. It's like, yeah, we came back together and did, you know, kind of like what EPMD did, you know, all their albums have like business in it or so. So we're trying to do like a rollout of like, it's gonna have price in the name type of thing, you know.
yeah, it's the link to our collaboration, so
Yeah.
it's kind of dope. And hopefully in the future that we're gonna keep playing with that, because I like that concept, honestly, like to go forwards like that, you know, to play with the words and shit like that. I think that's cool, you know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that that idea too. And you can see, you talked about it for the setting the bar from the first one,
Yeah.
and seeing the difference with the second one. Just by the beats, I feel like both albums are very different.
Yeah, absolutely.
The first one has more like we go more like I feel like it's the Sopranos. You know, I feel like the Sopranos bit at the beginning really sets the tone of that mafioso boom bappy beats, and the second one you get a little bit more jazz, more flair to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soundscapes were
Bit
very
more
different.
prog rock. I definitely like, and again, there was like a few songs that went through changes. Like it was like, oh, this was the beat, and then as other songs started to come together, we were like, well, it was more slick. It was like, yeah, this doesn't really work with that. Can we rewrite? At one point, I was like, I had like 6 tracks done, and then he was just like, oh, I think we should just like start over from scratch. I was like, what? like, no, we got to keep at least these. He's like, all right, cool. And then, but we kind of did. Like, there was a few times when then I was just like, I'm like, all right, cool. Come on, we got to come together.
Yo,
like,
some of the joints we had to not argue, but we had to like, you know, talk each other. He had to talk me through a bunch of tracks. And often I would try to go back on that. Like, let's say like Cut Off, Cut Out.
Yeah.
I wasn't like the piano, I loved it, but then the hook, but then I was like losing track of that shit. I'm like, nah, we gotta change that shit. He was like, nah, we gotta keep that. And he was absolutely right at the end. But there was a few joints, just like 500 round drum mag. I wanted to change that too.
Really?
I was on that joint like a bunch of times, like, yo, we should try another one, maybe it'll be it. You know, I was trying to like infiltrate his mind type shit to have him switch it up, and he stuck to his guns, and we ended up rocking with it. And a bunch of people were saying how dope it was. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a collaborative effort, you know. It's just
no, but you know, I had to
there's
also
a little give and take, and you know,
well, that's it.
Yeah. I found that Everybody's Got a Price was the appetizer to this project. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Everybody's Got a Price was more of that laid back, more of that introduction for you two to be together for quote unquote the first time.
Right.
And then the second project was really something that we could really dig our teeth in and really go through. And your soundscape on there was magnificent. Just in terms of
thank
the
you.
different instrumentations that you played with. We're gonna get into that later on, but like just like the song you were talking about that you wanted to change. There's like a doorbell type of sound in there
yeah.
that
Oh, yeah,
like
there's
you
a bunch of sounds
you
that are
pick
fucking
up on the
fun. Yeah,
sounds
word.
as you go through the albums numerous times. And to me, it was like, wow, like his soundscape on there kind of is more like on that movie style.
yeah, absolutely.
A lot of that was Slik. He was like, "Can you put this sound effect into there?" A few of them I took it upon myself to do it, but for the most part, he was like, "Oh yeah, I put this after this line," and so I did it, but he came up with like the ideas for a lot of that.
Oh well, it was a
No,
great
I was
way to do
definitely
it.
involved. Like he was obviously.
Yeah, so he
he's-
is co-producer in
more
a
or
big
less.
way.
You know,
Yeah, it's
obviously he's the one with the hands on deck. You know, like the way we work is I pre-record everything on bare bones. You know, like on basically a drum. So and then I take the stems of what I did and I bounce it to him like a whole zip file, the whole album. I just slide it to him. He sticks the acapellas and then he works the soundscape, like you said, you know? He starts building from like one track, then he'll send me that one track, and then, you know, that may take a month to get that one track. So the first time around it went like, Everyone's Got a Price is like, he nailed it one after another because I knew his style and I knew that this time around, that's what I wanted, you know? He had that horror 80s style, flick style, you know, like if you hear Don't Play by the Rules, ding, ding, you know, that fucking... It's got that horror feel to it, and I was like, I know Vince in general, like his style, like of boom bap had some horror in it, you know, and I love that shit. So yeah, the first round, Everyone's Got a Price was like based on that, and he knocked it out the park. But when it came to that's it, the Price You Pay, it was a little bit. It took more time, you know, but we really. I guess we thought every single track on the second one, though. You know, unlike the first one, who was just like, you know, we're just knocking them out.
Came together
You know?
like in like a month and a half,
it was
just
mad
about,
quick.
and it was just it was like over, like 7-8 weeks. But yeah, because initially I had sent him a bunch of beats, and he was like, "Yo, these are all fire." He's like, I kind of work like this. If you're not down with that, doing it in that method, he's like, I completely understand. But if you're cool with trying it out, I'm just like, yeah, man. I'm like, let's try it out. So, like he said, he sent me the acapellas with the, you know, obviously with the BPMs. So I like knew. So it was like doing a remix album, kind of.
Wow.
Like so.
That's
it's a
interesting.
so
That's
instead of like
interesting,
sending the beats and then the rapper records to it and he sends me the tracks back, it's like. So it gave me a bit more freedom to like really custom make the beats around his vocals. So I was able to like do drops and and make it like a more of a full track instead. So it was just like reverse engineering the song kind of. And it was, and I like since doing that, I love working like that now. Like,
Wow.
I don't know how many other rappers do that, but
I know a bunch of
So-
rappers
so-
are robbing my style though
Yeah.
right now.
I've never
I know,
heard.
but, like
No,
every
it's-
interview that we've done, like I say it out loud, and then people are like, "Oh, really?
let
You
me
do
try
that
that,
shit?"
yeah.
And then I'm seeing like people like, "Yeah, we did it that way." But I know where they got it.
Recorded
I know
it.
where they got it. They're,
Yeah,
lis-
yeah, you
they're,
know.
too-
Send
they're
me-
tapped in. They're fucking robbing my shit, man.
He would send me the reference tracks. So some of them, I like more so the first time around, I would try to like, some of them was just like literally just like a break beat, him rapping over it. And then some of them were like something you got from like YouTube or something,
Yeah,
just
something
like
real quick.
type beat or whatever. But it was, even then, it was just like a loop and you rapping over it. But he's made like, the impressive thing about that is just like, it's a full, like his cadence, and it's just like, not everyone can do that. Like make the, like a full
It's
track
not like
over
the
just
same
like a
line
drum.
style every
beat.
single time, the same swag. Yeah, I
So-
definitely move along, and I'm going to like a not a melodic, but you know what I mean,
Yeah,
where it's
some of
it's
them he did.
cohesive with whatever melody you're gonna go with.
Some of the
kind
hooks
thing.
did have like a melody or like
Yeah.
like a sync, like a certain cadence or whatever to it. And so that gave me the blueprint to like the foundation.
makes it
and then
harder, though.
I built the house
for
around
sure.
it.
Also makes that shit harder
sure.
because you gotta build a melody over a melody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you play
So,
with
yeah.
your vocals on this album a lot more than I've heard you play on the previous records.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you kind of go into that melodic singing towards the end of the album that I'm not familiar with you, and it actually sounded good. So how did you feel like getting different melodies from his voices?
That was a bit of a challenge on some of the tracks, like finding the right sample that would, blend with it, and it didn't like interfere too much, or just like it didn't. I had to find something that would mesh with it, and so that there was the challenge in that. And I would try like a few things. I'm like, that didn't work. That sample didn't. It would work on like the beginning part, like just the rapping part, but then on the hook, I'm like, it just sounds weird. Like
Well, look, was that one with
second
Great God?
yeah,
Like that Great God joint where the hook was
That
like
went through,
fucking
like-
top notch. I was like, yo, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
But then I was like, the verse though.
Yeah.
And then that was the issue.
That's it. Yeah. No, it had this like cool, like the hook part really, really worked, but then the rest of and then I tried to like give it some flair, and it was just like, but in the end,
Yeah, we found it,
was
definitely.
like, found a happy medium, and it all worked out. So.
So I want to get into songs because there's a lot of standout songs on the album. But before that, how did you guys link up?
Oh, that's a long story, man. I was back in the days. We all were in a group called the Gigante.
It was like a collective.
A
Like,
collective,
It was,
yeah. It wasn't so much a group as
Yeah,
much
so
as
it
a
was
collective. There was a bunch of. There was Murder Face. There was
Yeah.
Art Cons. There was Boom Bap Cats. There was Penzo. There was even French rapper
Logic.
Aspect Mendoza.
yeah,
There was
producers. Catola was part of it.
Catola. There was Master
DJs,
Beater.
Dialect. Penzo was part of it.
Penzo was in it.
Penzo Gritty.
But that's it. Penzo got
Logic
me.
Johnson.
Logic Johnson,
Yeah.
who was boys with Boom Baps.
So it's basically like everyone in the Montreal, not everyone, but a good part of the like Montreal underground scene at that time. And we all like came together, and we were like, let's do the name was terrible.
Yeah, it was
in
fucking
retrospect,
terrible, man. I
Gigante.
fucking hated
It was like an acronym for something. It was just like, and we didn't even end up doing a full album. We had some tracks or whatever. We did a bunch of shows that were really
Yeah,
cool.
we were just doing shows. That's all.
And
were
we
doing.
made some money. Like we even had like a structure of just like, there was like treasurer and president, like so we all like put in money to like rent out where was it at? Patro Vis, yeah, on Saint Denis. No, Mount Royal. So we all put in money, and to like we booked it like every like month or something, and we would do like a show, and then like with each show we would kind of like make more money. So it was just like one show would be like, this is the album release for the Murder Face album, this is the album release for that. Da, da, da. So and then we did like 4 or 5 shows like that, and then so it was at the end we were like, all right, you can take your or whatever money we made from doing all those shows, or you can invest it back into it. Everyone seemed to like just want to like take their money back, and it was just like it kind of like dissolved not long after that. It was just like it's one of those situations. It's like too many cooks.
Too many
Cooks in the kitchen,
many
and it's just
chiefs,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
people have different ideas of like what we should do and how it should work and this and that. It was in concept and idea it was cool, but it just again
Yeah,
it was just
fun
too
for,
many
for the time. You know,
too many, and then like egos and rap and this and that.
Yeah.
It's just like, but yeah. So I met him like through that, and I think we had done like a few tracks together.
Yeah,
Maybe even
we did a few tracks that never saw the light of day, but.
yeah.
But back then, it's like, it was so fucking crazy. I mean, we were doing tracks here and there, and never mastering shit, never putting it together a project. So it just never saw the light of day. And yeah, we had worked many times, been on stage together many times. And then the whole thing flopped, right? Nothing worked out. So we went all our separate ways type shit. And years later, 2025,
No, it was
24.
before that. Yeah.
I'd
seen you do like releasing thing. I know you did that thing with Static Selected and other things. And then what really kind of piqued my interest was the thing you did with Screeb.
the
Cement
cement
shoe. And then I
shoes.
was just like, oh, it's dope. And then I saw like 100 Mad sharing your stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, is he working with 100 Mad? I'm like, that would just make sense if we kind of reconnected and did something. So I reached out to him. I'm just like, are you working on anything? Like, let's do something.
And it made absolute sense to me because I was doing cement shoes, which was like a darker thing fucking project.
Yeah.
I find it more darker, like you mentioned, and even the beats they're a lot more
Darker, yeah.
You find it a bit more spooky, whereas to when you're working with him, the instrumentation is a lot more present.
Yes, absolutely. That's a fact. But I was also as picky as I was with Screeb, you know what I mean?
Good to know.
So I'm a picky motherfucker, but I have a certain idea in mind, and depending on the producer, because a lot of them will be like, ugh, you know, and then I'm like, ugh, and then it's like fucking dragging. I fucks with people that really like despised me, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm like, yo, at the end, hey, everyone's gonna be happy. But till then, nobody likes each other type shit. But you know why I work with Screeb? Went fucking A-okay, and same thing with Vince, you know, they're both patient dudes. So to be patient with me, you know, at the end and everyone's happy, you know, we have like a mutual understanding that at the end, we're doing all this to get to the end, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. There was a few times I was getting like frustrated or just like, I was just like, oh, like, am I ever gonna get like, is he gonna be like ever happy with this song? And I was just like getting discouraged for a few tracks. I'm just like, fuck, we're taking 3 steps forward to take like 5 steps back type of shit. And then in the end, it all came together. But that's it. It's just like, not to be like, oh, you're a perfectionist, but like, in the end, I was like, oh yeah,
you bring me back to earth a few times.
I saw your vision. But yeah, there was a few times I'm just like, no. I'm like, I'm standing my ground on this.
But look at how it sounds, though.
Absolutely,
right?
no. But that's
At
it.
the end result,
I had to trust dude, and he, on certain tracks, he had to trust me as well, and he would make the effort the entire time. So I was like, man, I'm good with that. I'll listen to you, you listen to me, and that's how you're supposed to have a relationship with producer and MC. In my opinion.
Absolutely. So let's get into the album, the intro, The Sopranos. The Gentleman, that's impactful to start off the record. Who came up with that idea to have those two
He had
skits?
The Godfather.
Yeah, the last part is Godfather 3.
I had McConaughey and
he sent me
and
those
Tony because it's all about the price. We were trying to aim for something that was what's the word I'm looking for? That made sense with the title, right? Because they all say the price type shit, so it's like so it fit, and also trying to find shit that says price that's clear is kind of hard, and those like fit, the energy fit perfect. So I was like, yo, I slid that his way, and he made it work,
And also the times you say price throughout the album, right, and you bring it back to that intro,
that's
absolutely. Very interesting too, right?
Yeah,
because no doubt, it's got to work with the album. I'm working on an album. I know that when I start a project with him, it's gonna be something with the price, so I'm gonna stick with that subject. You know what I mean?
Those they kind of came after, like, we had pretty much finished the album, then we worked that in, like, because I was like, all right, let's let me, before I start doing like intros and interlude, because I think the first time I had done them, like so the first project that we did together had more of like a story going through.
Everyone's
Like,
got a
there's,
Pryce
yeah.
intros and skits and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it
That
had,
was
like,
that
it
shit
had
was
more
fucking
skits,
weird,
and
man.
there was like the beginning, then like the middle is like I wanted to
Yeah,
do
that
that
shit
like
was
kind of
fun,
like
though.
they had Wu-Tang did that, and like it was just like, and growing up, skits were very like
Yeah,
important.
like the Cuban Link
on
fucking
albums,
skits.
yeah,
I
it's
love
just like-
those shits, man. That really gave the feel to the project,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of albums are missing that type of
Yeah, that's why it's fun to go back.
extra- yeah,
Because you
exactly,
kind of feel that cinematic, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, it has that more movie type.
Yeah, but that's it. It gives
Feel
the
to the
cinematics.
album.
Yeah,
KRS Gun.
yeah. Fucking
I remember us talking about that when we reviewed the album and that boom bap sound that you were able to lay out. So you sent him that whole acapella?
He had every single acapella, except for 2 or 3 towards the end. I sent him some new ones, but other than that, he had everything on deck.
How did you feel when you got that back?
And
Sounding
I got an even doper one to begin with. His
Really?
first, yeah. His initial version was fucking fire, but it was on some Miami Vice style,
Okay.
you know. But it wasn't fitting with the
Okay.
project. But man, I could have fucking
Yeah, it
just
was
dropped
cool, it
that
was cool.
honestly. Like I fucks with
But
that.
then he sent me, he's like, oh, I have this. A lot of ideas were from Slik. He would just like, oh, how do you think this would work? And I would just like, I would try it. And he was like, oh, yeah, fire. It's like, so
Yeah.
that was like, he sent me the isolated like vocals of KRS-One. He was just like, just try this out for the
and I'd
hook.
like
it was
sing the
just, like,
pacing on my phone
Yeah.
and send him like the vocals and shit, and you know he would pace it,
worked,
the way.
yeah. Because again, that was another track. It was like, initially it was a completely different beat. And then
I got to hear that.
I had reworked. I might have it saved. I don't know. Some of them I was just like, all right, we're not doing this anymore. So I just like,
Yeah, we're fucking done.
scrapped
This
it,
one's a
like-
keeper. That's
But
it.
there's some I have like version 1, version 2. Like I saved them all.
Yeah.
But that one, I think I might still have the original. But yeah, it was like a completely different beat.
Yeah, because
And
that one
then-
was a banger. Even with, did we have the initial? We didn't have the same hook on that.
no,
one.
because I think we wanted to get like a feature on it
Oh, maybe
or
like
something.
yeah, probably a feature. No, you know what we had? We had a cut. We had sticky fingers
Yeah.
on the fucking
Yeah,
cut.
yeah. It's like,
Really?
Yeah.
We
It was
had
like-
sticky fingers on the cut. We took a cut from the infamous what's his name?
Amadeus?
Shape-
Yeah,
yeah,
infamous
that's
Amadeus,
it. Yeah, Sticky did a freestyle on that. He says, anyways, he says some shit and
between me and you.
forget what it was.
Yeah, he has like a thing. Yeah.
I'm not a gangster. I'm a, some
crazy shit.
some crazy shit. You know
For sure.
that gives you that home feeling. So yeah, no, it sounded super dope on top of that beat. But then we had, it was just like way too left from the first project, and it wasn't really what I had in mind. So I was like, I love it, but we can't. you
But
know?
that KRS Gun is still a different sound to what you guys are
Yeah.
initially doing,
That
right?
was actually like I guess a remake of a beat I had done, and I just repurposed the sample. Like because it was like the beat that I had originally made with that sample was a lot slower.
Okay.
It was like maybe like 10, 15 BPM slower. And I like sped it up and I made it. I'm like, all right, it doesn't sound like crazy where it's like, it doesn't like
Well,
sound
there's a
like
guitar.
Chipmunk. Yeah. But like the original was more like a West Side Gun. I didn't have drums over it. It was just a sample that I had like chopped different parts of it and I like amplified the drums through, just some whatever effects. But I refound the sample and then I put harder drums over it. Because initially it was just like this, it was just like not a loop, but it was like
One of those
a
clicky
drumless
drums.
beat. But it had like the drums in the sample and I just like boosted them a little bit. But yeah.
That would sound crazy live.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
That's
no
an
doubt.
intro song to start off.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
It is.
yeah.
And I even was like, this should be the first track. And he was like, yeah.
Absolutely.
And you
I
needed
agreed on
those
that.
drums.
Yeah.
You needed
Yeah,
those drums.
Yeah.
that drums and the
With
guitar.
that guitar, yeah, you
The
can.
guitar.
Yeah, I
That's
love
the-
that guitar. Honestly, I was fucking sold, especially when that little switch, I think, on the 4th bar. I think that switch is just fire.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
The whole song is great. Catch Me If You Can.
Oh yeah,
Daniel's
that's
son.
a fuck. I see the movie when I see the song. When I hear the
Styles.
song, I see that shit. I see Bubs and shit. Like, Daniel came in fire on that shit. Another one that we had another
Beat for it, yeah.
beat for. But this one, honestly, like Bub sounded crazy on the hook. Like honestly, like it sounds like a fucking movie scene. Like you're fucking driving and shit over other cars type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like and I wanted to do a video for that, and it closely happened actually. Like I was in the convo with Bubs and Danielson. Danielson was coming to the show that he just did there. I was like, let's do this. He's like, yeah, I got a show in Montreal, and now I'm like, sick.
Bubs was supposed to be in town.
Bubs was like, I'm gonna be there in like 2 weeks. I'm like, dope, this is happening. I tell Dang, everyone's fucking stoked, right? We all pumped for it. Didn't happen, but
Bub Styles in Montreal, that would have been
that would
something.
be fire, right? Yeah, I love Bubs.
I've seen him live in Philly for the first EVA.
Okay. Oh yeah, word. Yeah, those were sick too. Yeah,
And when he gets on stage,
oh yeah, he's a beast, the guy.
it's insane.
But he's a beast since day one.
energy
I've been fucking looking out for. I talked to this guy and he's like, you've been with me since day one, because had I been an A&R, man, I would have taken this guy 100%. I love this shit from day one. Like this guy's been like doing the type of shit that I like.
Yeah.
His beat selection is crazy. His voice is crazy, and his content, his energy, and this guy, like I gotta bring him on projects because he blesses it, you know what I mean?
Because he's on a bunch of projects.
Yeah,
of yours,
that's it.
And everybody's got a Pryce. He was on there also.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, it was my idea to like
Bring them back.
switch it, but like because he did the hook on.
It was the opposite.
Yeah, it was
on
the opposite. So it was like Danielson did the verse.
Hollow Grave.
Yeah, Danielson did the verse.
Shallow
and-
Grave, sorry.
Shallow, yeah. Danielson did the verse, and Bub Styles did the hook.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what if we switched it?
Yeah, and it came out fucking
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah,
And
it's
he was like, that's a good idea.
more people need to hear. That's a song that people really need to hear and get into because it's a standalone track.
That's it.
Right? It was the first single.
Was it the first single?
Which one?
Catch Me If You Can.
No.
No, it was
First single was
Getaway
Pussy.
Chauffeur.
With
Oh yeah, Not
Not
Pussy.
Pussy.
That's right. I did a video with that.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, we'll get into that one because
That was a feeler. We were just like, we put it out.
Yeah, it was just because it was so
Yeah,
different
just
from the
like-
rest.
yeah,
I was
it
like,
was.
let's throw it out right now.
And then that like Decent Man track had, and I was just like, I didn't even do that on purpose.
yeah, I was like, I was out. Not that I was vexed at it. I'm like, yo,
Because I
this
didn't even know,
fucking-
and I think I'd heard the Decent Man track, but it just like it didn't even like register on my. I was just like, oh, that's just a dope sample, and it worked, and it was. Yeah, because that was another
funny, though.
one. Because I had the drums first, and I was like, oh yeah, I like these drums, and I think I had another sample on it, and then I found that, and it just worked perfectly with his vocals. And
yeah, it
was
did
just like-
sound great though. I
yeah,
gotta admit,
yeah.
man, I fucking fell in
And he
love
was
with
like,
it right away.
that's it, and then.
Yeah, that sample's
But yeah,
crazy.
it's definitely more like soulful and.
and you put a twang on it too. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
fuck that shit up, and he did. He like, I don't know what you ran it through, like a flanger or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I use like I'm not gonna give away my secret.
Yeah.
No, don't give it away.
Don't say it.
Don't give it away.
There's a
shit,
thing I
nah.
put on like every one of my samples, and I.
Let's
pretty
not
much-
tell
and-
them.
But yeah, I
well,
put that, and I think I put something else on it. Yeah.
well, the next song, Getaway Chauffeur with Este Knack.
Yeah,
Before I
that's
ask
a
you how
big-
that came about, the beat on there sounds kind of oceany, wavy. There's like an
Yeah.
ocean sound in the back.
That I think is one of the few
That stayed
tracks
from the
that
get
it
go.
was like, yeah, it was pretty much. I think at one point you were like, you were kind of like, oh, maybe let's try something. I was just
Yeah.
like, no, I'm like this.
No, and he was absolutely
track,
right because
I'm like, this is fine.
that
as-
beat
the way it
is a standalone. Like I'd listen to that beat just
Yeah.
to take a fucking walk type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
like the
my,
joint
like,
is crazy.
I like one of my favorite albums of all time is Temples of Boom.
Mm.
Like Muggs is my top three
fucking
producers
crazy
of all
dude, man. I
time. Like
love
him,
Muggs, too.
RZA, Alchemist.
Well,
those
Temple
are
of
like,
Boom has sounds
There you
on
go.
that
so
album.
I feel like that kind of, not to put myself next to Muggs, but like in terms of like vibe and feel, I was like, it's kind of like it's in the vein of
Yeah.
that. Like it sounds something that could be on that. And it had different drums on it, and I switched the drums up, and it was like this break that had these like subtle like bongos in the back, but I feel like it just like worked with the
It did make
the
sense.
rhythm of it, and I was like, yeah.
So did you reach out to Knack? How did that
Well,
work?
that's
Because
it.
he
So-
fit perfectly.
No. I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I got this joint on a 9. Is obviously, there's money involved.
Yeah.
And I sent him the joint. He was like, yeah, I can work with this 100%. And the way I did it, it's like he had to, you know, go back and forth with me.
Yeah, that
which
back
is
and
dope.
forth.
You know, that's the kind of feature you want back and forth
Yeah.
with. And
But
when,
it's seamless. It does. You don't.
that's it. It
like-
sounds cohesive.
Like I played
that
it for
shit was
Craven,
done.
and he was like, "Did they record it together?" I was like,
That's
"No,
it.
they
You
didn't."
couldn't tell. It's impossible to tell because the way he meshed with me, the guy knows how to work. You know, this guy's a fucking professional. To
The
say the
hook.
least. Yo, the hook for him to
say-
follow me, that's beautiful. That was beautiful. I was like, we're rich. You know what I mean? So I was real happy when he sent back the vocals and I sent them to Vince. I was like, yo, we got one. 100%.
The Brilliance of Not Pussy. I think that's one of my favorite songs on the record. Just a kind of the tempo of the album switches, that classical violin-ish that you type of brought down,
Yeah.
that then goes into Demolition Derby featuring Pro.
Yes.
That
That's
was
one of my
excellent.
favorite tracks.
Yeah,
on that.
the switch up was nice,
But
right?
the way you're reflecting on you, on not pussy,
yes.
and not being a pussy, and you know,
Yeah.
reflecting on who you
Well,
are.
I mean, in a general sense, you know, because I'm talking non-pussy in a generation that's so fucking pussy. So it's kind of nice to fucking hit them, you know?
Yeah.
They're not singing along with me. Or if they are, they're liars, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was more of the reflective track, so I find it stands out. And after
Yes.
that, and Demolition Derby, and shout out to Pro Dillinger
Man,
on
Pro's
there.
a
'cause-
beast.
Yeah,
That's
he
another
killed it.
beast I love to work with. Pro's got the voice.
killed
He's
it.
good people as well, you know? So I love working with these guys. Like you'll see me with Bubs, Pro Dillinger, Danielson a lot. Even Snotty. Like I love working with these
Yeah,
guys.
you
These guys
Snotty
got
too is
they got a voice, they got a sound that works with my sound, and their content makes sense with me. So
Yep.
you know, and we get along when we speak or you know whatever. So yeah, I love to bring them onto projects.
No,
But
he
yeah,
killed that, and he.
Pro came through on that one. That one fucking that was like, yo, I shouldn't have rapped on that one. I should just fucking had you do the whole thing, you know?
He knows what he's doing.
No,
man,
he
when
came in
gets on
fire.
those.
He ends that track, you know, and that was just crazy.
Yeah, and he gets very introspective, so he followed you and what you were doing on
That's
there,
it.
right?
No,
So-
and he even like says the name of the out. Like
Yeah,
he
well,
just,
that's
like,
it.
Yeah, we didn't ask him to do that. Nothing.
No,
It
no,
just,
but
like,
that's it. He's just-
he just like he understood the.
Well, the concept of the whole
of
thing.
this,
So.
yeah.
So I like working with people like that. You don't got to tell them. They just fucking know. They're professional, and that's what separates them from and me from a lot of people. You know, I'm trying to go with, let's say, the hook. I'm trying to figure out this and that. You know, I'm trying to work with, like, if I'm doing a feature or whatever, it's important that I follow this and that with the other artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But,
definitely one of my favorite tracks.
And that's what they did on this one. So he's a fucking bomb, man.
Yeah,
That guy
the-
knows how to do his thing.
Yeah, and I love the way the featurings, you put them a bit more towards the album. You give yourself
yeah.
your time, middle of the album, and then they come back towards the end of the album.
That's it.
But we're gonna get into Dumb Paid and Lou Creative, co-produced by Nicholas Craven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you laid the beat and he put the sample. How did that come together? Because I just think that was brilliant on just having him co-produce that, and it gave an extra feel to just the whole theme, the thematic of the album.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Which I thought
don't
was
remember.
reminiscent of Not Pussy. You know, a bit of that soulfulness too.
Yeah,
So I thought that was
you
nice.
definitely feel the touch of Craven
Yeah.
on the production.
Well, I know he
you
went
that
out
asked
with
me
him.
to you were like, oh, do you think you'd want to be part of? Anyways, I had asked him, and he was like, yeah, I'm down. And then one night, it was after the Narcy Buddha Blaze release party, and we were chilling, and he lives not far from me, and then I went back to his place, and he was just like, yeah, let's just do it now. And he just basically gave me his laptop, and he was like, go through these beats, pick the ones you want. I picked like 30 beat just to like,
Jesus.
and then and then I
Well, it gives you the laptop. You take
Yeah.
the beats, man. You're not gonna take.
as you know, a
beats,
lot of
man.
his beats are just drumless. It's just kind of like chopped up samples. So I took those, and then I put my own.
Flair
I
on
put
that
drums
shit,
on
yeah.
it, and chopped up different parts. There's one, I think the lucrative is like two two of the beat put together. There's like one little
Yeah,
small
that shit was crazy. That
part
way you
with
flip
there's
that
like a
one.
guitar part that like kind of like transitions into like the verse. So that's from like a completely another beat, and I just like worked that in somehow. It was like I mean I picked beats that were the same tempo as the
As what
your
the project
acapellas or
we're on,
whatever,
yeah.
and then I just found drums that like worked over it, and like I mean we me and him have made a whole project together in like 2018 I think called Habitants or Habitant,
Yeah.
and that project we like worked on like together. Like I would pick some of the samples, he would, and like we'd make the drums together, and
That was a
So
good
that-
project too.
that
That was a really good.
So it's not like it didn't just come out of the blue or
No, but
whatever,
that's
like,
it. You were
like-
boys with them. I was like,
Yeah.
why not? Like,
Yeah.
invite as many people.
No, and
'Cause
he
we-
was down. He could have just been like, no, I don't want to.
Absolutely. But I think he enjoyed the joints as well.
Yeah,
You know,
for
when you
sure.
get it back, like the one with Troy Dumpade, like, the one we're talking about. That I always wanted Troy Dunnett because I was a big fan of his as a Montreal dude, because I was like, you kind of want to, meet your OGs, And he was the OG to me,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah, I can't reach that once upon a time. And then I met him under pressure. I hit him up. I was like, yo, what's up? I'm Slik Jack. He's like, oh, yeah, I know you, this and that. I'm like, yo, let's work. And he was all for it. And I think within like a week or two, we had the song done.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was real quick.
And the video is out too, right?
And the video's
Yeah.
out too.
Let me
so
know,
yeah,
shot
and
that,
Craven's
and-
at the video shoot the entire time, but he doesn't want to be in it. He's
Yeah.
like, I only
He's
shoot.
like, I'm not in my own. I don't be in my own unless it's Jimmy D. He's like, I'm not.
He's
in
like,
my own.
I'm Jimmy D,
He's
which
like,
was
I'm not,
fun.
I don't know.
He's
if
a
you're
funny
in my
dude
own.
though.
Yeah.
No, he came
Craven's
through,
funny.
he
I like
chilled
that.
the whole shoot.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
good
just like,
people,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So yeah, that track was definitely like a big joint. Like it felt big, like especially with Troy for me and Nicholas Craven, who's like up there. Right now he's doing some big shit. And you got to respect the dude, especially putting Montreal on the map. You know what I mean? So for him to bless the project was super dope.
Yeah, absolutely. The List featuring Great God and Bub Styles again.
Oh, shit, man, I love Great God. You see that guy's fucking fire, and I don't know. He doesn't get the credit he should, man. That guy should be on top. He's like one of the grimiest. He's one of the realest, and I don't want to say too much about him because I know other things about him.
Unorthodox flow, the way he.
Yeah. This guy's voice and his delivery is crazy. You know what I mean? And everything he talks about is dope. I don't know if you know a bit of his music, but
I've listened to the project where he's shoveling.
the snow.
That record.
Yeah.
We listened to it.
Yeah, that
and
that project's bananas.
Yeah.
Like I love that
the
shit.
way he raps on there, like you said, his
Yeah.
delivery
His
on there
delivery
is
is
fucking
out there,
crazy.
yeah.
his delivery, but also the way he speaks, and he's like, he's flowing on that. He's swagging and he's joking around and he's this and that, So he's just to hear somebody like that, yeah, because you think he's gonna be like you said, like in an earlier podcast, like the big boy flow, because he's got that, I got that, but like when you're able to swag it out and be kind of funny, it gives regular people, the listener
Yeah.
a more ease feel, like,
Yeah.
okay, he's fucking around. He's also a good person,
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, that's mean the whole time. I'm not going to listen to this. But if the person's kind of
That's
fun,
a good
you know
point.
what I mean?
That's a really good
Yeah.
point. Because we have Derek. Derek, that's not a hip hop listener. That's exactly how he feels about. I think he said the same thing about that point. He's like, sometimes when it's just mean or like even on the drug talk, people sometimes they don't get the reference of what they're saying
No,
on the
that's
drug
it.
talk. But if you get something, a flow that's like a nice punchline, a nice joke, something more laid back, it helps to bring it back.
Well, that's what I use as my weapon a lot, is my punchline wordplay.
Yep.
Because I could be that big boy, like, yo, I'll fuck you up. I got this, and a lot of gun talk and my shit. But that's not a crutch. That's more like what I'm trying to do. I love that East Coast, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You want to scare the fuck out of everyone, man. And I love that shit.
I'm
But
the
at the
macho man of this shit. I don't suplex you, I shoot you.
that's it.
Can I?
Right?
Exactly. There you go. But there you go. So it's just it's that rawness, I love that shit. So it's important if you're an MC that's hard and shit. You want to play cool to be either smart, to be to have that thing. You need that niche. You need that not a gimmick, but You need that something
Persona.
special. Yeah, that persona got to be fun. You know, you got to have something going on for you because you can't just be like, blah, 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 I sold this, I sold that. But yeah, you could do it you could do that, but swag the shit out
It
of it.
gets
You know what I
redundant
mean?
if you're always
It does
doing
get
that
redundant,
same
absolutely.
thing, right? And you know what? Somebody like Derek, he's probably going to be able to see it more than people that are like listening to hip hop
There
more
you go.
frequently, right?
Yeah, because he's just like capturing things that make sense to him, you know?
Yeah. But you guys were coming
Can I
from...
reveal a bit about like the hook?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So originally it was like what he had sent us. Well, I was kind of confused at like what. So there was like the main hook, and it was just like I think it was like 8 bars or something.
It was an off thing. Like it
was like 8 bars.
was like a half a verse.
And then there was like all the different parts like chopped up, and I was going through the audio files, and I was just like, okay, I'll be like, I can make this work. And originally I just like put it on the track, and it was kind of just like not abstract, but it was not really a hook. It was almost like a part of the cadence was hook like, but it was almost like the beginning of a verse.
Of a verse that
And
ended
it was
too
Slik's
short.
idea.
You know?
He was just like, yeah, this is kind of like we have to make this more like catchy.
It's the
So he just-
unorthodox
Yeah.
style of
Yeah,
him
so
and
he's
how
just
he
like,
attacks a track.
repeat this part and like chop this up. So it was just like it was
Yeah, we had to do
kind
some
of
mathematics.
Frankenstein together.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, we made it work. And then in the end,
It was the hook that
Came-
stood out
yeah,
the most, so
yeah.
which is dope.
It's because of his voice, the tone of his voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know what's
he's
crazy?
very
But
commanding and
you guys all have that aggressive tone, but on this song, it didn't feel so aggressive. It felt like you guys all balanced each other
Yeah.
out.
yeah.
That's
See,
why.
even
That was
Bubs, I felt like
originally
wasn't
that was a
aggressive.
completely
That's
different
true.
beat too. It was like a way more. It was like a chiller beat.
It was
not.
which
that.
is yeah.
It
We
wasn't
had
that
like
beat.
another
Again,
kind of soulful, even some
Yeah.
shit like that.
That was another beat that I reworked because that it was like I had made that beat, and it was originally on like another. It was on another project I had worked with New Villain, and there was something about like because I had sampled it from like an old radio show, like from the '60s or something. It was called Crime Classics, and the music for that. Like I listened. I'm a weirdo. I listened to like old radio shows, like dramatized radio shows, like people
Jeepers
talking,
Creepers
like,
type stuff?
Yeah. Like
That's cool.
Anyways, it's like radio dramas from the olden times. But that particular series had an amazing. It was like Bernard Herrmann that did the music for it. He did like Psycho and the music for Psycho. He worked a lot with the Alfred Hitchcock. But all the music from that show is like But anyways, I there was like one episode, and it was just that like I don't even know what instrument it was, like a harpsichord or something. And I had made that beat, but it was like the sample. There was just something about it I couldn't like EQ it right, and it just sounded weird with the drums that I had originally made it with. There was like I had an 808 or something on it, and it just when we were mixing it, it just didn't sound right. So that beat got scrapped, and it was like replaced with another beat by BK did the remix. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
So yeah, I repurposed the sample, and I was finally able to make it work with the drums because I was like I always loved that sample, and I was like I want to bring it back, and it was just like
It just worked.
So
Yeah, amazing.
that's the story behind that kind of.
You need to listen to Social Network
Okay.
soundtrack by Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible. So one of my favorite
Yeah.
soundtracks, and just the way like he does things on there is very interesting, and it kind of reminds me of these type of beats that you're working.
I mean,
with.
I saw the movie when it came out. I got to, I'll revisit it. for sure.
Absolutely. 500 round mag drum. That beat, the doorbell. Explain me that doorbell
Which one?
on 500 round mag drum. Yeah.
Okay, so
And then there's a background
that's,
doorbell
That's one of
sound.
those. The beat. I was like, Slik was like, oh, I don't. I was like, no. From the beginning, like I think that was one of the beats that didn't change at all. I always like I I stood my ground on that. I was like, no, I love this beat. I kind of wanted to do like what I did with Shallow Grave. It was like had that like Muggs kind of like upright bass, like like that kind of like vibe to it with the like very heavy like breakbeat.
And the scratching too.
Yeah, and it's almost there's
shout out Cut Caper.
yeah, Cut Caper.
Killed
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
shit.
That was like after the scratching came in after, and I found these like few samples, and then so there's like one part I had to, because Slik was just like, yo, it'd be really dope if I could just like even the sample is like a bit off, like it's slightly off by like a millisecond or something.
So you had
like
to
a
chop
bit-
from elsewhere to bring it in?
Kind of. No, it's still like, even on the track, it's still off, but it works. It's like one of
Really?
those
I
like
didn't hear
things.
that
Yeah,
shit.
just like
Okay.
it's a bit off, but it works. But he was just like, yo, I would love to just like rap on that part.
Oh yeah,
So
the
I like
ding. I love that. Ding. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was. You know, it reminded me of something
I put because it
some
was in stereo, and I was able to
suspense
like
shit.
split the tracks, and then I just isolated the one part in mono and just played that part out, so he could just like rap on that. Like you can still hear it faintly in the background, but yeah, that's one of my favorite
Definitely
tracks
that part of
on
the
album,
beat
like-
was my favorite right there.
A lot going on. There was
There
a
is,
lot
and
going
like
on.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
feel
it.
like that beat is like my. It's like a mesh of like Muggs and RZA, because there was like especially stuff on the W. Like there's one of the first tracks, I think, chamber music. There's like eerie, like kind of like horns and violins on chamber music that I find are like similar to that, and just like the vibe or the tone.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, when I listen to it, that's the kind of like what I
click
went
click
for.
on
Yeah.
the W is
Yeah.
like just noise. No, it's like just like
Click, yeah.
It was
The
like
box
a,
kind of work, click, click.
Yeah,
There's not really a melody
No.
on that. That's the one. There's it's like eerie, kind of like horns. It's just like it's in the background. It's almost like you're on a battlefield, and it's just like
There's no
Yeah.
there's like no structure to that, but it's still
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
holds together.
and like
It's
Ghostface
weird.
voice. His verse is like you can hear him like you hear like. Did you not have a pop
it's awkward.
filter?
It's like almost like an
But I
awkward
love it because
song.
it's like that album. A lot of people don't like the W. I'm gonna sidetrack a bit, but the W is one of my favorite Wu albums. Like
Really?
after, like just like the sound of it. It's like very stripped down, and like there's like the weird verse from ODB with Snoop on it, and it's just like
It's true.
I don't even remember.
I love that
album.
album.
Right now.
I love
Fucking
that
wild.
album.
More Than
it's like
Forever?
so good. No, but
Gravel Pit.
Gravel
yeah,
Pit's
Gravel
great.
Pit was amazing on
Yeah,
there.
Gravel
yeah, and then there's the song.
Even the video back then, I don't know, like that dinosaur shit.
Yeah.
And like Old Dirty Bastard was behind like
Wu-Tang meets the
It makes
The-
no
the
sense.
Bone
I
Prison.
think, Ghostface's. Oh man, that
Yeah.
flow he had on that shit was crazy.
So I love that out. Like I can listen to it front to back, and I think it's like, yeah,
Nah, I'm just.
in jail.
he was,
Yeah.
and he didn't like, and his verse was like, I don't know if it was recorded from jail, but it was just like it just sounds like shit, and he's like MC conditioner.
Yeah.
It's not even really like, but yeah, and then Snoop Dogg just comes in and just like, and the Red Man verse on that, and that beat too, Red Bull. It's just like, RZA came and got me. This is what I came to do. And the drums are all like weird. It's just like
Damn.
chaotic. Like there's some beats on there that are just like, they just spoke to me. And I'm like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
The W.
Yeah. I remember when that came out.
Shouts
Nah, I'm
to
a
W.
36 dude, man. I'm all about.
Oh yeah,
36
for
shit.
sure.
for
But I
sure.
just
Yeah, till
I
this day,
have
I'd bump
album,
that shit.
like those
you
are
know what I mean?
classics. But people like kind of shit on the W.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like I
got the
think it's,
W.
like-
I wouldn't. Play
I got
that
it for
shit
my
right now.
I got it for my birthday one year, and it was because it came out around December, and it was like, yeah, I can't go to sleep. Yeah, there's a bunch of like drumless, or not a bunch, but there's like a few drumless songs on there. I think Deck produced that song or something. Anyways, I love that album. It's great
Yeah.
to me.
I'm a Forever guy. I think
Yeah,
just the
Forever's
way
like
just the way
one
they
of the
rap
greatest
on
rap albums
Forever.
of all time. But
Was Dog shit on Forever?
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking love dog,
Dog
shit.
shit
That
was
a good
crazy.
one. That's a crazy.
I have the original on tape.
Really?
Like
Yeah, I had the double tape.
Oh yeah, I think
the
I had the
double
tape
tape.
too. Yeah,
I
no,
had
I
the
had it on
double
CD.
tape.
Fuck that shit.
No, I
I
had
seen
the
it on
tape.
tape though.
Before, because I couldn't afford the CDs at the time, but I had it on tape and I got the CD later. But yeah.
Damn.
You know what's funny of what you say that you couldn't afford a CD back then? CDs now cost more than they did back
Yeah,
then.
what's up with that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I bought that tape. Remember Blockbuster used to sell CDs and tapes sometimes? I bought it at, I think I bought that tape at Blockbuster. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the Blockbuster had they had albums sometimes.
I guess I wasn't looking in those sections.
They did actually.
They had
Yeah.
the cassette with the yellow and blue logo on it.
Oh shit!
Sometimes when they
Yes,
didn't
they
have the
did.
fucking
Yeah.
nothing,
They were
they just
the
had that.
see-through.
it
Maybe
was
just
a
in mine,
yellow
but there
cassette.
was a see-through cases and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was like more in
I remember
the
I
alleys
bought
type
that
shit.
at Blockbuster for some reason.
That's dope. That's a good story right there.
Yeah.
I bought that at Blockbuster.
But the
That's dope.
CDs are way more expensive now. Like you can get a CD now, it's like $40. Then you got to do the shipping and
it.
handling.
Yeah.
I order CDs
Well, it's more
weekly.
neat. It's like I'll
Well,
still
yeah.
buy CDs sometimes. Like there's a new release from Muggs releases stuff on CDs still. Alchemist. Like
And how
I
much does
support
that
them.
cost? It costs to
like
get it.
$60 with shipping and
Right.
and the exchange rate. It's like $30 and then the exchange and then shipping.
Yeah, it's like
so
it's when I
so,
bought the
yeah,
record on DITCD.
Oh shit! You know what I forgot?
the vinyl.
I
it
just
doesn't
thought
matter.
of
Don't
that
worry about
shit
it.
now.
Don't worry about it. We live in the same
My
area.
God. Yeah, no, I'm gonna hit you. You know what? I'll fucking you send me your email. I'll send it to you.
Wonderful. Or I'll come pick it up. But DITCD, when I bought the CD, it cost me $59.
No, he's not giving it. He's not giving the CDs away.
It's worth it at the end of the day, but you tackle on all this, the shipping, the exchange.
That's
it
it.
becomes crazy instead
Yeah.
of going to your store.
Yeah, because he's in the U.S., right? So he's not noticing. But I mean, he for him, he's selling at a decent price, you know, at an affordable price. It's just us. Our dollar is so fucking low.
Yeah.
You know, we get hit like that.
I just miss going to this CD store.
Oh,
and being
HMV,
able-
man.
I worked at HMV
Downstairs
for,
and
for
shit.
10 years.
Go through your shit.
I worked
What
at
a-
that one for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Sunrise Records. They still
They have absolutely
no,
fuck all
they have
in there.
nothing?
It looks like a dumpster fire.
Even
Yeah,
at
they-
Chambeau
they-
had nothing,
Yeah,
man.
fuck
They,
all,
they
yeah,
don't
fuck
have
all.
local stuff. They're not gonna have, but they still sell physical.
Yeah, they have the
stuff,
cowboy
you know.
flying guy and Ms. Ayer, but
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
about it, right?
Burn the place.
Exactly. Count Cash, one
Count
of my
Cash.
favorite artists out, Mondo Slade.
Mondo Slade.
The energy and the way you matched his energy, because I don't think anybody could do what Mondo Slade does.
Mando is so funny on that song too.
Yeah.
The
Again,
flow
another
that he
beat.
used.
It was another beat, which I really liked, but in the end, it worked. Like that's actually Slik sent me the sample. He sent me a few things. He's like, oh, how about you try this? It's a. I don't know if I'm saying.
Yeah, say it, because we ran it through an isolator.
Yeah,
An
I'm
isolator
gonna
is something
sample
that,
snitch on you. It's a Beach Boys sample. Like
Wow.
yeah.
yeah, it's the
shit.
Beach Boys, which who the fuck, you know, maybe
I would've
I won't
No,
say,
no,
I won't
that's
say what
fucking
track,
cool.
but it's
Yeah,
That's
that's
real
it. It's a
cool.
Beach Boys sample, so
Yeah.
and
but
why
the
the
bass
fuck
line, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
when I heard it, I
it
was
sounded like a classic hip
Yeah,
hop
it was like,
like sample, you know. So I was like, "Yo, throw that through an isolator in my head," and I'm like, then I had the chop, and I just sent it to Vince. I'm like, "Try that out." So yeah, and that track came out beautifully, in my opinion. You know, and he
Yeah.
worked it out
Yeah.
real good. Because the hook was a little weird at first. I was like, you know, maybe we should take. But I'm like, nah, you know, it's different. Let's try some shit, you know. So you know, live once, throw it out there, and you know, he made it work. So it was kind of dope.
And who decided to put Mondo? Was it
it
you?
was he
Yeah, because I
picked all
was
the-
interested in
the
working with
features,
Mondo.
yeah.
So, because I'd seen that he was working with Apple Dizzle Records, who was putting out my records, and then he had just put out I forget what record. He's like dressed like what's his
Sherlock
fucking name?
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Encyclopedia
Yes.
Slade.
Yeah, he does all types of cool shit. That guy.
Dude, that guy is.
Yeah.
I met him at EVA 5 in Jersey, and that guy just solo the whole time.
Really?
Walking around solo with a beer the whole time.
Okay.
Super cool dude.
the mask. Never took the
Never
mask
takes the mask
Oh, yeah,
off.
that's what's
Just
up.
does
Well,
his
he
own
does,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
But amazing dude, and the way he raps, man, one of my favorites.
No, he sounds
he's
clean.
good.
I
He's
appreciated
got
that.
a cool,
Yeah.
unique style.
Yeah, and you guys like the flow. You guys matched the energy on there
Yeah.
for sure, 100%.
No, I like that joint. It was a nice joint, you know, at the end, because I was like, I don't know about it, but with that sample, I think
Yeah,
it brought
worked, yeah.
it brought it together definitely.
And it kind of, so that's the most energetic before you get into the end of the album, right? So then you get
Yes.
into But Not This, which
Yes.
is amazing.
It's more like an ambiance.
like it's coming to the end type
yeah,
thing.
you feel
right?
it.
Right?
Sorry, I'm spitting everywhere.
It's-
That's what I do though.
And then take the whole shit. And then take the whole shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I love Take the Whole. I love that boom bap feel to that.
Yeah.
That was actually the last track I recorded for that album.
Yeah,
So for
it's
it to
the
fall
last
at
track.
the end was,
Yeah. It
was
just
magic.
worked.
Yeah. And just
It
the
just
way,
worked out like that.
just
yeah.
the way the album ends off and the way it finished, just to be honest, it's a project I keep going back to.
Yeah, because there's a bunch
Same.
of tracks you
appreciate
can listen
it,
on
yeah.
different
Same.
days.
Appreciate it,
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Same.
Yeah,
Sure.
and it's just there's something about it that again, everybody's got a price sounds different to me.
It does.
This
It's got a
one-
unique, like maybe the way it's the pacing of every track, the way it's placed. Like I can't put another track album beside it and be like, oh yeah, it kind of sounds like it's got a sound of its own.
Yeah,
It feels.
yeah, and like I said at the beginning, it's like a movie type themed ambiance around
Yeah.
the whole
Well, yeah,
album.
I'm a huge like. I love movies.
Movie
I collect
nerd.
movies. Like I have, like physical. Like I have thousands of DVDs, Blu-ray and 4K. Like I love movies. Like I just and and I always implement that into. I find movies and music, they go hand in hand.
Yes.
Like it's just like
Yeah, 100%.
like I took this course years ago on the importance of like music in movies.
Yep.
And there, I forget what was it. It was some. It was Halloween, and they had played like a rough cut for the producers without the music, and they were just like, it's not scary. As soon as they were just like, whoa,
That
fuck.
piano.
Like, it's just like,
yeah.
And that's like all John Carpenter. Shout out to him because
Yeah.
he was just like Robert Rodriguez. He's one of those like one man, just like he does the music. He does doesn't do the editing like Robert Rodriguez, but he's very like hands on in his the making of his art. And yeah, so watching movies, I'll like hear something. I'm just like, oh, that would sound good. That would make a sick beat. Even if it's just like the smallest little thing, I'm like, that would make like a sick beat or whatever.
yeah.
Do you have a soundtrack, a favorite soundtrack for a movie? A movie?
A movie favorite soundtrack?
Bullworth.
Yeah, Bullworth's
That was
pretty
a
good.
really good one.
Yeah,
That is a
that
really
was the
sick,
soundtrack
yeah.
I liked every joint on that fucking on a CD. I copped the CD after
Yeah.
I heard
They don't
that
do
one.
much of those anymore. Right?
No, they don't.
man.
That,
They
that
should, though.
died
That-
in the 90s.
Yo, they
the
were-
whole the like the art.
It was like a
of-
mixtape kind of thing. They had
Yeah.
every single artist
Yeah.
that was popping
Like
in
the
the
Nutty
moment.
Professor. The Nutty Professor had a really dope project.
I don't know about that one.
had a really dope one.
I didn't see that one coming though.
you
The nutty, no, this guy understands. I don't know though.
Judgment
But
Night.
I'll take your word for
Judgment
it.
Night is like not a great movie. It's good, but
Horrendous movie. I watched it like
No,
not
it's
too
not
long ago.
horrendous,
I
but
didn't
it's
like
like-
it.
more of a score guy.
yeah, I like the yeah. I'm not talking more about like the collection of songs that. Yeah, I mean more like the composer, like especially like Italian like giallo horror movies from like the 70s, 80s. Like there's some, there, a lot of people like rip samples from that.
Like the Clint
over the
Eastwood,
years.
like the good,
no,
the
like
bad, the
like
ugly.
like Necro's done like all those
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
like
Necro.
yeah.
But
But no, there's
yeah.
so much like Goblin but there's like the Walter Rossetti and Bruno Nicolai and like all these guys. Like any beat maker that is like sample based will like kind of know about these guys, but there's like a lot of gems. But if you work there and then work backwards and then you find some of the more obscure stuff, like you can find some really like crazy stuff that's just like hasn't been there's just so much music out there, and now with the internet it's just like he's pretty mainstream. A lot of people, he's did albums with Daft Punk, so it's like but yeah, Giorgio Moroder, he's Tangerine Dream.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I got-
there's
I
like
got that
like
record.
I mentioned before, like Bernard Herrmann, like amazing, like all of his stuff is very, very cool. I like I like that cinematic sound. Just like,
And as
something
do
that's
I.
just
So like that's a perfect fucking what a team, you know?
you know,
Yeah.
because when you make a rap, you want it to feel like a movie. Sometimes,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
It's
And
just
that's what I
like-
liked about hip hop to begin with is that cinematic, that projects, that ghetto, that lifestyle, you know, like so. And the hip hop albums back then gave you that, you know, so you were kind of like in it. You were having movies, you know, because back then we were fucking renting movies on Friday. You know, it wasn't like a Monday, like I'm gonna watch this fucking,
Never.
You know, so we had CDs and we had movies. You know, like you said, the music in the movies are very important because, you know, that's it. The music is giving you that cinematic vibe as well. You know, it all comes together. So to have CDs like we had back then, the hip hop CDs, you know, that was super dope. You know,
And I'm happy you guys are putting out your project on CD because I think it's super important to have physical copies.
No. Shout
I
out
can own it.
DITC though. This guy's like, he hits me up. He's like, anything you want to do, you let me know. We're fucking on it. You know?
Yeah, and the product is actually it's good.
No, he's got quality, this guy.
Exactly, it's
Yeah,
quality. So keep putting out projects
Well,
on
you
CD.
seen the one that we posted today, right?
The
That's
double disc.
That double with the instrumental on the other side.
Yeah.
So we got the jewel case. That shit's gonna look fly.
and then you guys are gonna make me a T-shirt because I told you that would look
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
on
yeah.
a
But
t-shirt.
you know what?
I want everything on a
Tell me
T-shirt.
in the
Word,
crowd,
word.
like, yo, put out merch.
No,
Merch.
for sure.
It's important to put out merch.
No,
it's important to put
it's
to
just
put
like-
all that stuff out.
I think it's the distribution aspect that's
Absolutely.
a little. That's
Yeah.
always it's cool that we got like 187er and we have like DITC to like push records and push vinyl. But you know what? We're just expanding right now. You know, we're working with different people. I'm meeting different people all the time. So maybe we will get the shirts and all that shit going soon.
Yeah, I
you
know a merch guy. I'll send them to you. No problem.
Absolutely, send them my way.
Um,
No, I'm not kidding, man. Let's do that shit.
We're getting a third installment to this.
We might.
I want to hear something.
Look, I like the surprise of that shit. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't like being like, but yeah, that's already in conversation.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not gonna
definitely-
say, oh, we're working it, but we've talked about it,
And-
it's yeah.
It's important, and I mentioned so
I
many
would like to do a
duos.
trilogy. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I.
But I,
Who
Or
am I
not
kidding?
just
Of course.
that day.
Of course.
but I mentioned,
Of course we're
But
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah,
one, but
yeah.
like you know what? We've learned from we got something. We
gonna
got a
rush it.
base right now. We got a base of what we liked from the two first ones,
Yeah.
and we got a base of what people like the most. You know, so I'm only expecting the third one to be a fucking atomic bomb. You know, right now. So I'm quite excited about that, honestly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too much into it, but. And I don't want to hype it up too much, and then we crash and burn, you know, type shit.
I doubt that though, because I mentioned at the beginning a bunch of duos.
Yeah,
You guys have
Look at
put
Godfather 3.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Not
but
a
you guys have
great
put
movie.
yourselves into that conversation.
Yeah.
Be happy with that because you guys have put yourselves into that conversations with the Future
Absolutely.
Waves and the Pro Dillingers, the Mickeys, the Big
Yeah,
Ghosts.
absolutely.
You know, the Cravens, the Ransoms. You guys have put
Yeah,
yourselves.
I mean that's all we could hope for. You know, we've been doing this long enough. I feel like we kind of know what we're doing. We're not like stumbling through. It's just like
No, that's
we've
it.
both done
We're-
our 10,000 hours. We just like,
Yeah.
we're,
And then
it's
some,
Like,
you know
and
what I
then yeah, you know. So
Yeah, because we've been in the game for a long time. It doesn't look because we look young and we're beautiful, but I mean, we've been in the game, so.
Before we move on, Malenko, anything you want to add for the album?
No, man, just again, the album is it's banging. I learned to love it more and more. And now that I know how you guys work on it,
Yeah.
it makes it like different.
Yeah,
It
well-
makes it totally different now. I see it in another
a lot of
aspect.
people now, and when we tell them that, they're like, "Oh, you did it like that." I'm
Yeah,
like, that's kind of
the face is confused every single
Yeah.
time.
So I
Just
put
kind of dope.
yeah. It was like what I was just at the J Red and Just McFly the vinyl release, and what's it? Long Life was still like he was just like, I don't know how you guys did that, but he was just like, it doesn't sound like you made the album like that. It was just like,
Word.
or but either of the projects.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
shout
just
out
like-
Long Life
but
too
yeah.
for always pulling up and let me know as
Yeah.
well for
Yeah.
doing both our videos, you know, which
amazing. They look amazing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it also like gives us a look to our, you know, our entire project because that's important as well, you know.
Yeah.
So shout out those guys for sure.
I put on the screen real quick. So Derek, who's part of the All Time Pod, He listens to metal. He listens to all different kinds of genres.
Dope.
He did the review with us.
Number 3.
Okay, word.
And he got his Spotify, all this wrap up thing everybody's getting.
it
I
came
have
out
no
today.
rap on my wrap up, by the way. But you guys are number 3 on his wrap up
That's dope.
respect.
for albums.
Absolutely.
And
that's
this
dope.
dude is coming in from just listening to metal,
Yeah.
deathcore.
I could tell that he likes the Catch Me If You Can right away.
Yeah.
That's his joint.
Yeah, and he's
'Cause
gonna
that-
hate me for putting this on the screen. but
You
too
know
bad
what?
for
Yo,
him.
shout out to him. You know,
Shout out
yo,
to Big Cheese.
I appreciate you wherever the fuck you
No,
are.
but
so.
Bubs has that like metal voice.
But he
could do
he
a
was
me-
screaming metal. I think he's done metal, that guy. So
yeah, I could.
Well, he's been on a metal album. I think he's done a track with guys from New York.
yeah,
yeah.
Guys
like
from
New
Brooklyn.
York hardcore.
Hardcore?
shit,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know who not Mind Force, not Crush Your Soul. It's another group.
something. Okay,
I'll find it out and I'll tell you guys after.
Okay,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
even Pro,
it would make sense.
they've
yeah,
been
they
on,
got deep voices. To
they've
do
been
that
on
shit.
metal. You could do a metal song with
Maybe.
your voice.
You know, I'm not ready to try, but maybe.
We'll link him up with the Spice Icon.
Let's
Spice
fucking
on
go on,
Saturday.
man. Give me a guitar.
I
Let's
love
bring
it.
that '90s metal.
Yeah,
rap.
word
Metal.
up.
The-
Just
not the
midnight.
like, not
Like
the
some
new
Seattle
metal
shit.
Not the new metal,
Like
wax-
Bush?
Yeah, but like the Judgment Night album.
Okay,
something like
okay.
that,
There,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Some fucking Onyx style.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
fucks
yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Or some
do
fucking,
that.
what's that Ice T band?
Oh, Body Count.
Yeah, Body
Yeah,
Count.
yeah,
That was
Yeah, I'll do
crazy.
some body count shit.
Man, I remember
Shouts
listening
out
to that
Ice-T.
in grade school. Shout out my boy Rolly.
There
He
you go.
put me on the KKK bitch and
Yeah, Ice T was crazy though, man. That guy does not get enough credit
What
for
is it? Cop killer.
Cop Killer. Yeah,
Like,
that's fucking crazy, man.
I was like, there's music like this. I was like, what? Anthrax?
Yeah, I
no, it
think
was. He had his own band. It was an all black metal band. Like maybe they're in the video. But
Yeah, they were touring like with
But yeah,
Run,
it was like-
Run DMC and shit, no?
yeah,
Or something like that. Anyways.
but yeah, Body Count. Shout out to
Body Count.
Fucking OG
Crazy
shit.
shit.
So
The best.
on Colombian neckties,
Yes.
you said, "I'm done with Montreal, like the Expos team."
And then I'm wearing the Expos
And then
hat.
you're wearing
Yeah,
the
I'm a fucking
Expos hat now.
hypocrite, word.
But you spoke, I feel like we understand each other. You spoke to my soul when you said that.
Yeah, I think I'm not the only. You're not. You, me, and many others from Montreal or people driving through it or like, fuck this place. Like,
Malenko knows I hate Montreal. He always shits on me for hating Montreal.
Yeah.
I despise Montreal. I like to stay in my suburbs in the South Shore and just hang out and not take the bridge.
but on the real, I'm a city kid, and I'm like somebody with big fucking dreams of like moving to the fucking woods. But I feel like if I go to the woods, I'd be like, I don't know what to
stir
do with
crazy?
myself.
You
Yeah,
would
yeah,
miss-
go
you would
stir.
miss the
I'd be
city.
rocking back and forth in the fucking chair.
Cabin fever.
I'd be on the internet and that'd be my life, you know, trying to be, you know, kind of active that way. But I, you know, obviously like that's,
I think there's a healthy balance.
yeah, there's a healthy
Yeah,
balance that I
that's-
need to get to. But no, I'd have to be like out on the outskirts of Montreal type shit. I'd have to be able to get in the city type thing.
But yeah, no, and the reason why you spoke to me, you spoke to my
But
soul
I
when
hate
you
it.
said that. Yeah,
But I
I
hate
hate it, and just for a variety of reasons. Parking number one.
Driving.
The Montreal Canadiens I
Our
despise.
teams suck.
Okay, you see, we're on the same page, me and Slik. It's just, and I just find here, and maybe this is me looking from the outside looking in. I just don't find hip hop here. We're pushing the right artists that we should be pushing.
But Mike Shab,
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Craven.
Craven, 100%.
Those are two fucking pillars right now in the game that are relevant as fuck. We got me and Vince, who are
The whole-
you know
the whole
up and
Big
coming.
Dogs- Big Dogs
We're in
only,
the
like those-
Double
the
XL
homies.
magazine.
But,
You know what I mean?
but it's
Like,
only now I find, because I've been going to hip hop shows since I was in high school. And I just find that's where it lacks Montreal, is pushing the artist.
Yeah.
Shab, respects to Shab, he makes amazing music. Craven makes amazing music. They're putting Montreal on the map.
Absolutely. But they're alone right now. We need more of that shit.
You guys
yeah,
are putting
yeah.
Montreal on the map.
Absolutely.
I just find that they're to the height that they are because they've branched out to
Yeah.
the States, to
That's the
Europe.
sad thing. Is yeah.
That's my
I
point.
gotta work with everyone else but Montreal to move on.
But
up,
that's
to-
my point. Like
to
I
make
go to
money,
hip hop
you know, and
shows.
shit.
We went to see Sky Zoo together.
Okay.
Why weren't you on the Sky Zoo show? I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning Montreal on the why aren't we pushing
it's fucking
Slik Jack?
promoters, man.
But-
Promoters. I got my personal reasons to not do it.
And-
First of
and-
all,
and
like
that's
I'm
fine.
not taking $100 to fucking go on stage at 12 at night. Fuck that noise.
But it's stupid.
Pay me my fucking worth, and I'll fucking do it. But at the same time, they'd rather pay some fucking kid in Laval that has his mother's fucking dough that can get in front of fucking Redman and be like,
Sell
I'm
30
gonna
tickets.
say Redman. You know,
But
like,
you're not
and that
wrong.
fucking piece of shit, you know, he's grabbing some light. He's like showing, you know, like, yeah, I'm the fucking. But Redman's like, who the fuck is this? I got my
Right.
money now. I'm never coming
Yeah.
back.
That,
you know?
But that's what's crazy
I was
to
just
me.
why do I keep using Redman as a fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
he's
But I
one
also
of the
feel like
best and his
opening-
favorite
Yeah,
rapper.
well, there you go.
Doing the openings for shows, it's cool when you're coming up to like, you know, get that
That
stage
experience as
time
well,
and
yeah.
experience and like, but it's like, oh, if you're like, you know, 40 years old going like, oh, I'm opening for whatever.
Yeah, it's a
just
whole
like,
different ball game at this
especially in
point.
Montreal. It's just like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? It's just
Absolutely.
like, why? Oh, you get into the show for free. It's just like, it doesn't do anything for your brand or whatever. It's just like, but it's just sad because Montreal doesn't have the
scene.
infrastructure
Yeah.
for that. The scene. It's just like, yeah, we have a scene. It's not, but it's not,
Small.
you know, even like there, like I hear secondhand from dudes in like Toronto that there's like, it's a way bigger scene, but even them, they like struggle to like get,
Yeah.
you know, these like independent, their own shows, like to get, you know, it's just like, it's just, it's hard. And it's just like, it's almost like not worth it unless you're like, you know, so you want to, you know, the sad truth of it is just like, you want to make your name in the US or Europe. That's like where the bigger
That's where-
markets
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna blow up.
Gonna blow up. That's where, especially hip hop, the kind of hip hop we do now. It's just like Europe is that's where it
That's where
is.
it's at.
A
Crazy
lot
out
of
there.
American artists that we grew up listening to, all they like either live over there or they like almost only do shows over there.
Yeah, they
You know,
only
just
tour
like-
the Europe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see when Conway
They
went
pay
there? How
big
many
money.
people showed up?
Yeah. Oh, what's
'Cause
that one
they
in India?
respect the
West Side
craft.
Gun in
It's just
India? That shit was wild.
Yeah,
that
well,
shit
there's
looked like a
fucking
festival for
billion people in India.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just
Obviously, there's
saying,
gonna
like,
be,
but
yeah,
different areas, you know, like, well, regardless of what you're doing, like music, you're never gonna get love where you're from. You're always gonna have to
well,
go
you are,
there.
but it's just like
You know, you'll get love, but like years after
can't-
you've made it, you
that's
come
It's
home,
just
they're like, ah,
I saw it. I saw
you know,
it like with K Tronada and like Craven, all these guys. It's just like they make it outside, and then it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, they have like love, you, but
Branched.
it's just like, but once they like make it, then the like media outlets and the like
They
the
talk about
mainstream
them,
media
yeah.
outlets,
Well,
like
that's
the
it.
news and the you
No,
know,
it's
but
a-
you know. Montreal slowly, it's been, you know, and there's shout out to my guy Le Presse. He hit me up and he was just like, "Oh, I want to review Pascal Leblanc." He's actually, you know, respecting the Montreal scene, the little
yeah.
things that were. And he reached out to me and he was just like, "Oh, I saw that you're putting something out. I'd like to review your album." And just like,
Which is dope.
that's
You
love.
know, that's the
like,
kind of
you
love
know,
you're supposed
But that's
to
what
get.
it's supposed to happen.
super
Yeah,
cool. Like,
absolutely.
it's just like-
That's what it's supposed to happen. But
You know,
look, I've been
there's no
listening.
one at the Gazette doing that or just like call
No, for
Montreal.
sure.
It's
No.
just like,
Yeah.
But like we've been listening to hip hop for a long time, and I don't want to be that guy that says that. But at the end of the day, I have to dig to find my artists.
Yeah.
I had to dig to find you. I had
absolutely.
to dig to find you, or hear you on a feature, or hear you from somebody else. There's nobody's promoting it. We're on Instagram. We're on X. We're on all.
saturated.
But why do I have to dig? Why am I going to a show to watch Sky Zoo or watch another rapper and not have somebody like yourselves open up? Again,
No, which makes sense. Yeah, because you want to
regardless
be
of it.
proud of where you're from. You're gonna be like, yo, that,
you know how happy
that's
I
from
am?
out here, man. It was some dude from out there.
Do you know how happy I am that you're from here? And I could tell people, listen to Slik Jack. He's from Montreal, where I live.
Someone that you know, you could be like not proud of, but like, yeah, that's some dope shit
You know,
right there. You know,
when I
that's
talk
some
about
good stuff.
Craven to people, you know what? The first thing I say, he's from Montreal,
Yeah. And they're like, no way.
right?
he's from
Absolutely.
Gatineau, but
Because nobody has faith with this fucking place.
But like, I want to see people from here make it,
as
and
do I.
for it, and like, you know what I mean? Like
But the quality is there though.
It is.
Absolutely. That's it. The quality is there.
100%.
But sometimes the artist doesn't want to put that extra work. Sometimes the artist doesn't want to put that extra coin. Sometimes the artist is meeting these promoters that fucking suck. They'll just take your money, this and that. Sometimes, you know, like there's a lot of sticks in the road that get stuck in your wheel and you just fucking, fuck this. I'm done, you know? And it's oversaturated. You're not getting the love. You're not making the numbers. You're not, there's too much, especially in Montreal. It's fucking expensive to blow up here, man. You want
especially the English scene.
the English scene. There you go. Just
There
that
is
alone. That's
English
that's a whole other issue.
That's another-
The
yeah.
French scene, they'll give. You know,
It's
like
healthier. The underground in French is, I would say, is a bit more healthier than the English. In
Oh,
Montreal.
absolutely, 100%. And you look, French language here, absolutely. And I'm happy that people are listening to underground French hip hop because they're really great artists. You've put me onto a bunch of those artists. Craven has worked with a bunch of those artists, right? There was an album. What's one of the albums that was it this year or last year that you loved that was produced by Craven?
Probably Saint Sucré, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Right?
Saint
You know
Sucré.
what I mean? That's
I haven't worked with him yet, but he's cool. I've previously worked with a few French anticipateurs
Les
and
Anticipateurs.
Colonel. That was not so much boom bap. That's when I was like doing some different, more trappier shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
or 18
yeah,
des
18,
playing or what?
Désuète, yeah.
Yeah.
Désuète was
TU, like,
pretty
'cause I was
good.
in a group with TU and all that
Yeah.
at some point.
yeah?
Ugly Pitch
Oh, okay.
Records, but yeah, and all those were like French producers and whatnot. So
But my
there's
point,
there's definitely a lot of talent in the French scene, but there's all types of fucking talent in the English one as well.
100%.
There's
Yeah.
just not a house for
Yeah.
them, you know, like there is in New York type shit, you know, like the Radar or like Shade 45 or like whatever else like this. Let's say we had this for MCs to come through and really, you got to step your fucking game up.
Yeah.
You know that would be something, but we don't have that.
or just look at EVA in the States, man. It's like just wrestling and hip hop. Guys just going at it, song for song. Just the
that'd be
energy
dope.
of
But I
it.
feel like it's kind of slowly building. You know, there's like DMS, Rap Politique. Rap Politique's more
Rap Politique
French,
is
but
being,
they
yeah.
are, inviting more English artists, Magnum and Borden, and
Yeah.
I don't know who other English artists they've invited on the show, but
But I'm happy that it's
it's like,
starting.
yeah, it's
to-
starting with
like,
the internet, and it's just like the reach. It's there. It's it's just like we have to build the infrastructure, and the people have to watch. That's most of it's like you can do whatever you want, but if no one's watching it, you're not getting the view. It's just like, what's the point? You're
Yeah.
just like you're just
Would
not
you-
wasting your time. But
Would you
it's just
guys
like-
be interested in putting like a French verse or a French artist on a project? You think?
I've done it.
Yeah?
I've done it, but it's just not my. It's just not my listener isn't going for that track kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I've enjoyed doing that because I've worked a lot with. I don't know if you guys know Aspect Mendoza.
Yeah.
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 Like I've worked a whole lot with that guy.
Yeah.
Like he's
respect to Mendoza. Yeah,
and he's a great artist.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yep.
he's the type like I was like, wow, that flow is something else, you know? And that was the guy I wanted to connect with as a French MC because I don't like French rap. I'm gonna be straight up with you
Yeah.
guys. No hate on that on anybody. I don't
It's
like
not for
that
you.
shit. But Mendoza had like I didn't even understand a fucking word he was saying, but I was like, yo, you know, he was like the big pun, you know, the fat Joe of the shit, you know, of back then in the 90s, that flow, that rapid fire, you know what I mean? So I really like that shit in the French style for sure. But no, I don't think it's for me.
But yeah, like just to the point of it is just I want to see people from here that are great artists like yourselves just get more, more light shined on you guys. Because the project,
Yeah.
I just want more people to hear the project. That's why we reviewed the project. We're a fan of the project, but we want people, whether it's in the States and in Europe, whoever listens to our pod, be like, who the fuck are these guys?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I've never heard the name Slik Jack Vincent Pryce. I'm going to go listen to this. They told me I should check it out, whether they reviewed it good, bad, or okay.
They checked it out.
They checked it
checked
out,
it out.
There was
you
light
know?
shown, like the light was on it, you know. So there was a platform for them to go see it, which is super dope.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think Montreal as a whole needs to do that more as well for the artists that are here.
Yeah,
And that just,
crabs in the bucket.
again, I'm just the guy on the outside looking in, and I just want to see you guys flourish and, get to that level, right? And get the recognition you both deserve.
Yeah, but let's say like with that mind state, you be the leader or something, man. They try to take you down. They'd be like, no, and I'm the leader now. You know what I mean? That's how the city is. You know,
Yeah.
that mind state. Everyone's gonna agree with. Yeah, that's the fucking mind state you got to go with. But then someone's gonna try to take you down because you're a little too high. I could do that better. It's just like there's a lot of that. A lot of like crabs in the bucket type shit out here. I find,
Which sucks.
yeah,
But
which sucks. Where you go in New York, it seems like they're amped about each other. Like oh shit. You could just tell by the
Yeah.
energy.
Everybody.
The
at
energy is
the
way
shows,
different. Like you gotta win. I'm gonna win
Yes, I
afterwards.
know, but I mean, New York's also like a way bigger.
oh yeah.
Scene.
I mean, yeah,
it's just
obviously.
like you can't. It's apples and oranges.
But I mean, we're so close.
We are.
100%. You guys are telling me again.
But-
I'm happy that that's happening.
Yeah.
I'm happy there's
But you know
recognition.
what? Like I said, like right now, in my opinion, hip hop's at a great place.
Yeah.
like
Great
the
place.
underground right now is super dope.
the best it's ever been.
The best it's ever been. Absolutely. Yes, we had a 90s, like the 90s era was incredible.
Well, and then there was the underground, which was boot camp click, and
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Even early 2000s. Then after that, I went a little bit everywhere with the Puff Daddies and shit.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. It was just another style. It wasn't boom bap. It wasn't hip hop, and it wasn't grimy type shit. But right now, lyricism, samples are fucking wild. Like they weren't sampling this shit because they were afraid.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now
It's
the
more
sample,
like weird, obscure. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we have to sample this song that was a hit or
Like,
whatever, or
yeah,
just like
the
or
80s
something
hit or
that was
something.
like
sampling.
no,
like,
not to be not even like something that was a hit, but it was just like it did like the sounds are or like something that wouldn't be
So obscure, like something
like
you
something
can
that wouldn't be
recognize as a-
accepted like 15 years ago. Just like it's more like just like the people's ear or just like especially since the Rock Marcianos and the Griseldas and the like the more I was talking to him about it in the car. The 90s style has been like kind of perfected but stripped down. So it's almost like this kind of just like the essence of it is just like boom, that's it. It's
Yep.
just like a dope sample, dope drums, dope lyricist, and that's all you need.
Yep.
And that's it. And it captures and that's what people want. And that's
Yep.
amazing. It's just like it's the essence of that raw lyricism, dope beats, and that's all you need. And he doesn't need all the fucking trinkets and whistles.
No.
and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, no.
And anyone can do it.
Anyone.
Not anyone can do it,
But
but
it's easier.
if you're good at
Yeah.
it and you've done like anyway, just like for years I used to like make beats and spend like a few days on a beat or da-da. It's like now I can make a beat in like 15, 20 minutes. Some of them I spend more time on obviously, but
Yeah.
it's just like and I've also been doing it for a lot longer. So I'm just like I have a more
experience, yeah.
streamlined way and it's just like, but you also have to challenge yourself. And anyway, that's another.
yeah, and
fucking-
sometimes you got
but-
that one sample. You're like, I got to do it properly.
But I'll hear something. I'm just like, oh, that would be a dope beat. I go through my drums. I go through my bass. I know what will sound good on it. And just like, and especially with, how beat making has evolved. And it's just like, you don't need to have an expensive drum machine and da-da-da. And also that's changed where it's just like, I make beats on FL Studio, Fruity Loops.
Yep.
For a long time, that was just like, oh, that's wow. Oh, you make beats on a computer? Or just
Yeah.
like, oh, you're not, it's just like,
it's a standard
not everyone
now.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have your controller and still, a lot of beat makers still use hardware
Yeah.
and shit like that. But even some of my favorite, like, I know,
Madlib.
Madlib,
did
but
everything on.
you can do, it's just easier. It's just like you have an idea, boom, you get it out there.
there.
You don't have to process it through all that shit. But even the drum machines now are so much quicker. It's just like it's like everything is just like online. It's just easier. It's just easier.
Yeah.
It's just like making music has never been easier. And it's just
So
like,
obtainable.
Accessible
and
like that. Yeah.
also the whole like what do you call bedroom producer or whatever.
Yep.
It's just like some of the best producers or whatever, just like all you need is your laptop, maybe like a little keyboard or whatever. It's just like if you have an idea and you're talented, it's just like
Yeah, you
It's
could go
great. It's
big. You,
amazing.
you could make fucking like what's that French guy? Alors on danse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
the
this
Stromae,
guy had
Stromae, yeah.
Stromae. This guy's keyboard is this
Stromae,
fucking
yeah.
big. This guy had like a fruity or some shit.
And-
This
Done.
guy's fucking like he blew up, man. He's fucking out of here. This guy's like, you know, one of those pop
Next level,
stars. He
yeah,
could be
yeah.
on. He's like top of the billboards at some point, not anymore, but like he been there with some stupid ass fucking like, you know, $30 fucking like whatever
Keyboard,
piece of
like,
shit
yeah.
that was. Yeah, oh, that's it. He bought off fucking Team U. This guy's rich.
yeah.
Guys, before we get up out of here, real quick, whenever we have the guests for the first time, we usually do a top 5 in 5 seconds.
Oh, shit,
That
that's
never works, but I got one for each. All right, your top 5 favorite movies of all time.
just kill them right away.
Yo, that's fucked up.
It never works though, right?
Top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Here, how about we break it
Okay,
down?
all right,
Okay.
In no particular order. Mad Max Road Warrior. The Big Lebowski.
Oh, word. That's a good one.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I know this is like a movie, bro, Pulp Fiction, but it influenced me. Like it was just like I saw it at a young
Absolutely.
age. Anyways, Time Bandits.
Oh wow.
Oh shit, I don't know that
Two
one.
Terry Gilliam movies. I know there's some I'm forgetting. Goodfellas.
Classic.
That's what, 4?
I think we did like 5.
Yeah, you think?
Or like,
I
I think
that
you
one-
hit that one.
The 5 is always the most difficult.
your
And-
top. Oh,
I'll just Halloween. The first
Halloween.
John Carpenter's
Didn't
Halloween.
see that one coming.
your top 5 most influential artists that have influenced you.
Me?
Yeah.
So we got Big L, number 1.
Wow.
Lloyd Banks,
Wow.
50.
Wow.
G Unit.
I don't know if I'm gonna go Lord Finesse. Bass Blaster.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
He's a white MC from 90s, but he has like you could tell where I got a lot of my style from Bass Blaster. Just Necro.
Wow.
I think the whole DITC, the whole Wu Tang, just the man. I could go on. You know, I could have fun with this, like like all the '90s shit, like obviously. But as of right now, my top 5. Can I say top 5 like right now? Right now?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's the next one. I'm gonna ask you another one.
Yeah.
and this
No.
is-
Ask him. Give you some time.
Okay, and this is the last one because it's too fun. Your top 5 most influential producers for you.
Okay, well, my top 3 is RZA, Muggs, and Alchemist. And then, okay, Primo, Dre. Primo and Dre.
Dre.
Top
Producers
top 5 influential artists now
today. So, damn. Now I was just thinking about that. I'm gonna say, can I use a group
Absolutely.
as a one?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the Umbrella Collective.
Amazing, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. We got obviously the whole Griselda, and I'm talking Knack and Aldivino. Throw that in
Yeah.
there. I'm gonna say. I said that. What do I listen to? Damn. So I'm gonna say those guys. Obviously, if we're talking like pop, well, not pop, but like Jada. You know, Jada Kiss is dope as fuck too. And once again, Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd's still making music.
He's still making music. He doesn't. He stopped following me. He blocked me.
Shit.
Yeah, he blocked me because he was performing here in Oka. I'm like, nah, they should put you in Montreal. Blocked me. I was like, what?
What the fuck?
I'm your biggest fan, dog. It broke my heart.
That's crazy.
No, so yeah, right now on the spot, right now that's who I'm bumping. You know, shit, Action Bronson.
Oh wow, we haven't heard from him in a while.
Just listening, obviously, he's not gonna inspire me to write my shit, but that dude is funny as fuck, man.
Yeah,
You know, when
I still love it. Action is
and the
something that
flow's
just
great.
like
Cadence is
I was
crazy.
showing him to someone today. I was just like, they didn't know who he was. I was just like, oh, but yeah.
Mayhem
Action was-
Loren.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another one.
Yeah.
That
Crazy.
one.
He's
Another
underrated.
one.
He's
Silk
underrated.
Pyramids.
Yo.
He's underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated.
And the run he did with Muggs was pretty. Like,
No, the one with
yeah.
Derringer.
Derringer.
Yo,
yeah,
that,
Derringer
Black
album is a
Vladimir.
great- yeah, it's fantastic.
Crazy.
That shit is crazy. Yo,
Crazy.
something's about to bust out here.
The walls falling down.
Boys, I just want to thank you.
Hey,
Thanks.
yo, I
Thank
appreciate
Thank
you for having us on the platform, bro.
Honestly,
Thanks for
we
having us
couldn't have
on,
done it
yeah.
with anybody else, right?
No,
The
we
the
couldn't.
first studio,
With this guy, we do it big.
we did it big, right?
Bro,
You look
it-
around, it looks nice in here.
It is. It's
It
beautiful.
seems
Nice
like
spot.
I've been here before.
No, this spot is nice.
True.
But yeah, no, we appreciate you.
And you know what? It felt organic with you guys.
I
You
didn't
guys
want to
were-
do
Yeah.
that Zoom shit.
No,
You
I
guys are
appreciate
from
it.
Montreal.
That's
We're
right.
putting Montreal on the map.
Home
You
team.
guys are important to the underground scene. We
Absolutely.
appreciate you. The album is
Likewise.
amazing. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
it's getting great reception. So thank you both for being here.
Word up.
Honestly,
Thank you for having
means
us.
a lot. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Back anytime.
Absolutely. Hey, if you haven't heard these guys, Slik Jack Vincent Pryce, everybody's got a price out now. What else is out now? Give us some more
Everyone's
things.
got a price. The price is right. Just dropped some shit with Thelonious Coltrane. We got some new shit
Yes.
coming. 100 Mad on the map.
Stream that shit. Buy that shit.
That's right. The
Like
whole
that
team's
shit.
out here. So, yo, check everyone that you see us on any platform we are on. Follow them. Follow us. Follow these guys. You know what I
All-time
mean?
pod.
Only big
Absolutely.
things, only good things ahead.
And like he said, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe.
Do
Press
that.
that goddamn button. It takes about 2
Hit
seconds.
that shit.
Malenko,
Smash
you don't have
that
a lot of work to
motherfucking
do.
like button.
We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah.
Steven from the all-time fucking podcast wrestling teams, motherfuckers. Shout out to my boy Vinny Pryce. Cinematic fucking
Tacoma.
production.
What do you do? Why are you doing rap stuff right
We got
now?
you,
Enjoy your
baby.
rap.
We got you, baby.
Some ad libs.
We got you, baby.